Hello everyone, my name is Justin Dyson, and in this video we're going to be walking through Project 3 of MDF2. So it might be a little shaky because I'm doing this on my iPhone, but just to run through the app, basically click on the camera button, you can snap a picture, scale the picture, use that information. You get this view where you can see the different versions of it, hit save images, and it'll pop up if you've successfully saved it to your camera roll. You can check this by going to your photo album, going to wherever you want really, and then you can see that both of those images have been saved. So now if we want to go to video, now we can take a video. So we're recording, that's awesome. Okay, so use video and you'll be launched into the second view where you can check that video out again. You'll view it in full screen mode if you want, and if you like it, you can save that video, and again, you'll be alerted if it is successful. You can verify again by going to your photo album,
That's awesome.
and you see that it's been done. So that's the app. Let's take a look at the code. Alright, so briefly running through my code. It's my main viewcontroller.h file. Got a couple IV outlets set up, and then some of the objects that actually go into these outlets, and I also have a counter which I use somewhere in my viewcontroller.m file. Looking through this one, and basically here I just I created buttons in my app, so I actually changed the gradient on those buttons, so this is just changing the way that looks whenever the user presses them. I have a single on-click function, which basically what will happen is if the user clicks the camera button, video button, or the photo album button, there's if statements that will dictate what happens. It'll set the picker into whatever mode it needs to be put in, depending on the button that was pressed. In my image picker controller, picker did finish picking media with info function. This is basically where I determine where to send the user. So if the media type is public.image and it's got a source type of camera, then I'm going to send the user to the snapshot view, and then I'm going to pass in the images. Likewise, if I'm in the video section, I'll pass in the video URL. And I actually only needed the URL from it, but I actually need this the string version for a different variable, which we'll run into later. And then both of these that did finish with saving with saving with error functions. Basically, depending on if it's camera, these will be the alerts you see. If it's a video, these will be the alerts you see, depending on success or failure. I prepare for segues. Basically, where am I sending the user, depending on what segue identifier we're using. And then obviously to go back, you have to have a function for that. And my snapshot view object, all we're really doing here is basically populating the view with the images. And then likewise with the video, same thing. One thing I did add that I had not learned before was how to use the movie player. Basically what you have to do is import the mediaplayer.h framework into your application, and then you can use all of the MP movie player controller objects and all of their derivatives. So use that so I could actually play the video in the video view controller. So that's the code. The only thing that I really struggled with this week, I think, was pretty much determining when to send the user into that second view. So whenever they hit that, like I said, the video button, I want to send them over to my video view, which I have my movie controller or movie player here, and my save video and cancel buttons. Well, what was happening is they were clicking this. I had an on-click that was directly related to this button, so I was sending them to this view, but also trying to send them to that picker view, and it was just causing problems. So I finally figured out I have to send them here in that completion code block. So that was really the only thing I struggled with. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next week.